Hello dear Scorpios, welcome to your reading for May 2019. It's a pleasure to be able to do these readings for you. I'm so grateful that you're joining me today. So I'm just going to do a simple reading. This is going to be for Sun, Moon, Rising. You can also check other readings out for your friends as well. But if you are Scorpio, Sun, Moon or Rising, I hope some things resonate with you, because I'm also a Scorpio Sun, so I'm right here with you. Alright, so this, like I say, this is actually a spread that's I use a lot for clients as well. So if this looks new to you, if you're a returning subscriber, that may be why. And if you are new here, welcome. Thank you very much for joining me. So I'm also going to be doing a little bit about what's happening with the new moon and the full moon over the course of this reading as well. So I'm just going to not jostle the camera for a start, but I am going to touch on those a little bit. Okay, so your first card is Strength. Maybe this is something that you've needed a lot of lately. I certainly know a few fellow Scorpios who have been through the ringer, it seems, and they're still reeling from it, but strength is kind of ingrained into a Scorpio experience. I think a lot of you may be experiencing a lot of patience. It's taking a lot of time to get what you're putting your emotion, your energy and manifestation energy into, and this could actually be something that you want to control and you can't for some reason. I mean, she's keeping this tornado at bay and she seems very relaxed, and obviously she's taking the lion. So you do have an awful lot of self-control in you, and there are things that you can control that you'll be absolutely fine with. But ultimately, if you are struggling or striving in any particular way to control something that may not be in your element of control, it's time to let the universe handle that and to ask the universe to help you. Sometimes we forget that the simplest thing to ask for help, or the simplest thing to ask help from, is just to go to the universe. I mean, it's quite complicated for some people who automatically think that they should get an answer immediately. It doesn't quite work like that, but that may be a topic for another video. But in this case, I honestly believe there's a lot to come for you. You have an inner strength. This shouldn't be ignored. You know, it's got you here so far. It's actually keeping you alive right now. It's very strong inner connection to everything you are and to everything the universe is. So that's what's keeping you strong. The Six of Cups is kind of to say, look at your experiences, look at everything you've been through, and to actually commend yourself for getting here. I mean, the full moon on the 18th of May, that's in our first house, that's in our, well, not a moon of Scorpio, but it is a very strong Scorpio energy, and this is about yourself, your appearance, your body, your past, your life, your relationship with your body, and indeed your shadow self, because the full moon will illuminate everything that you may have suppressed. So this is a good time to get it out, address it, wash it away if it so serves you. So I feel as though this is kind of saying, look at the fond times, look at the good times. Don't necessarily focus on the negatives. They have shaped you into who you are, but you are not your past. And this is not something that you need to kind of keep reflecting on. You are stronger than your past. You are stronger because you are here now in the present, and you are forging your future. And something that I just want to point out, I'm bringing out my unicorn almost in every video, but this is a little unicorn pen. I won't distract you with him. If you want to suggest a name for him though, absolutely. I don't know why it's a him, but suggest away. But with this one, the little cat's very contented, open face, looking at the exchange of innocence between these two, like passing flowers, receiving a gift. This could be something that you are inherently needing. It could be something that you've been wanting for quite a long time, and actually gives you something from the past. Like maybe your past self is giving you a gift for your present self, and it could be that you need to unlock that this month. Oh, the Emperor. I was about to say, I thought that this was going to be something to do with love. That's something that I've touched upon in every single reading thus far. And here he is. So the Emperor doesn't normally represent a romantic relationship, but certainly can denote the type of person you're going to encounter. Now, I think that this could be a mentor or a teacher for those of you who are already coupled. Not necessarily a partner. For those of you who are looking for love, I feel like this is somebody who is a very strong influence in your life. Not already necessarily, it depends on your individual needs and your energies that are around you at the moment. But I feel with this guy, he's got quite a strong energy about him already. He's probably been through the mill, seen it, done it, all that kind of stuff. This person's normally found in education and university, but he's very wise and, you know, could be the energy of the new moon in Taurus, to be honest, because he's usually represented, in my eyes, by Taurus or Aries, because he very much has that kind of energy. If it is about the new moon in Taurus on the 4th of May, that's going to be in our 7th house. Now, this is normally about public business partners, but also romance. So it could be that you're finding an inner strength in your partner or a potential partner, or just redefining the type of partner you want to draw in. There's absolutely no shame, there's no issue in looking at your life and going, you know what, the person I wanted 5 years ago, I don't want that person anymore. The type that I'm drawn to now is different. That's called evolution. That's called you personally changing and shifting. So if this is the type of person that you want to draw in, have at it. This can sometimes also be a spirit guide, somebody who comes in who is from your past life as well. This is a very strong individual, but when I'm looking at him now, I actually feel like he is going to, it's kind of like a fantasy story in a weird way. And if you've seen my videos before, you know I'm a writer and I read a lot. This is kind of like, oh, the camera just moved. This is kind of like the heroine and the fantasy, going on the quest, receiving something she needs, meeting her mentor, you know, that sort of feeling of, I want to be involved, I want to be here. If you had a Disney I Want song, what would your I Want song be? Like, I want adventure in the great wide somewhere, or I want to be part of that world, or I don't want to be in this palace anymore, I want to be free, you know, that kind of thing. What is your I Want song? I think that's something that's coming up quite a bit for you guys. You decide the path that you want to go on. If the path that you have trod so far is not what you expected, you can feel free to reevaluate your life and your path. This is a very strong sign, I think, for you to be in, like the month of Taurus, because it's halfway point of your year, of your birthday, especially if you are Sun in Scorpio. I think that this is going to be more of a new enterprise, a manifestation. I think this is a new spiritual awakening for you. You've reached a certain point, because my eye has immediately been drawn to this little pentacle here. So it's here, you have reached a certain point in your spiritual journey, and now you're evolving. Now you're going to something else. You're going from strength to strength. Literally, that's what they said to me. You're going from strength to strength. You're going from tier to tier. Or as Mary Berry might say it, layers. Okay, we've got 8 of Swords here. So this is very strong to suggest that you are going into a little bit of isolation. But this is self-inflicted isolation as far as I can see. Some of you may feel, because, okay, yeah, this is split into about 3 parts here, so apologies. You may resonate with all of them, or one of them, or none, but I'm just going to have to go through them. Some of you have chosen to stay away. Some of you have chosen to withdraw out of fear, or out of what anxiety is lying to you about. Oh, they don't want me, they're withdrawing from me, so I'll withdraw from them. Or you are actually in this position because of other people, and you've allowed them to run rings around you. So I feel that freedom is on its way to you. I feel that you have help. You may feel blinded by things. You may feel bound, not sure which direction to go in. And maybe this is kind of what you think is your penance for something. Or, you know, I just need to be alone. I just need to block out all sound and trust my intuition. So whether it's in penance or intuition, you need to be aware that there is something new coming through for you. As soon as I see this, it's kind of like giving you a map. He's giving you a map of the stars. It's telling you where you are, how far you have to go, and then you take that journey. You start off on that journey, you continue it. But you can't do it if you are bound or feel bound by obligations that you've already put in place. There is nothing that you cannot do, Scorpio. So this is something that you need to remind yourself. Two of Wands, you've had the idea, you've had the inspiration. Now it's in to put it into action. This is about dedication, making sure that along your way you can progress and you can discover things. Don't be afraid to turn over new leaves. Don't be afraid to turn over the stones. You know, a world may hide under there, you know, metaphorically, that you never knew existed. So it's something that you need to continue with. It's something that you need to, okay, they just said acquire. So something that you need to acquire. Maybe that's a routine. Maybe that's a new way of looking at how to execute the idea. Didn't think about that before, but yeah, there could be something like that for you. Then you have the Seven of Wands. It's rough out there. To be honest, I think that you've been through a hell of a lot, and it's been rough. And you may have had betrayal, you may have had some deceptions, but this is about your attention and your focus in competition, really. The way that you look at it. Is it, oh, there's too many people vying for this same promotion? Oh, there's too many people vying for this same man in the relationship? Oh, there's too many, you know, what is it that you're doing? Are you competing with everybody and therefore making it too complicated? Are you laying down your sword and going, you know what, screw it, I can't be bothered? Or are you persevering? People may have vastly different opinions as to what you should do with your life, but the only person whose opinion matters is yours, to be honest. If you feel like you are going the wrong way, adjust accordingly. If you feel you're going the right way but you have no energy and no clue what the hell to do with it, my honest to God recommendation would be to look and see if you can meditate and go into your higher self and manifest. Look into the law of attraction. Look into how your thought patterns may be creating your reality around you. Because we are Scorpios, we have very high psychic energy. Not all of us are attuned to it. And in fact, if we are too in tune, or we've started to open the door and then close the door, that can mess us up. I've seen it several times before with some dear Scorpio friends. So this is some time for you to go, okay, pause, reevaluate, okay, let's go ahead. Because we're almost halfway through 2019. There's no harm in stopping still, going within and going, is this what I wanted? And then changing where you can go for the next few months, even the rest of the year. If you have an idea, if you have a dream, if you have determination, you'll get there. I believe in you. Okay, so let's have a look and see. And maybe you need to believe in yourself as well. Because you got the power. You got the power. Do, 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 do. So, I did not think I was going to inflict a song on you today, but I apologise. Let's have a look and see what's coming through for Scorpio. Alright, you seem to want to come through. Forbearance. Yes. Okay. Do not be deterred by the thorn amidst the roses. Okay, so this I can compare to a lot of things. So it's the competition, it's the contest, it's maybe, oh God, I've got to go through this again. Or, oh, I still have a bit to go. It could be, you have a goal. For instance, I'm going to use the writing world again because it's the world that I know best. You want to get an agent for a manuscript that you wrote. So you scribble everything down. And then you know, obviously simplifying it a little bit. And then you have to query agents. Now, rejection is a huge part of publishing. It's a huge part of life, to be honest. But rejection shows you're trying. Rejection shows you're putting yourself out there. And rejection is a big thorn amongst the roses of success. So that's something that, you know, I think it's somebody on Queer Eye. They said, failure is not... I can't remember the quote completely, but basically, failure is not something... Failure is a part of success. Failure is part of success because it shows that you have to rearrange yourself, regroup yourself. Maybe you've had a lot of bumps in the past, a lot of perceived failures that you weren't aware of at the time. Maybe you were a bit unsure of yourself. But to be honest, Scorpio, I see you rising above that. You're a phoenix. That's your highest evolution, is a phoenix. The one is the lizard at the number 1. The mid-level is the scorpion. And then it's the eagle. But then... you have the phoenix. Even above the eagle, you have the phoenix. It's about being burned, but coming back, bouncing back, making sure that you can connect in things, making sure that you can fight the good fight and still, you know, evolve spiritually, psychically, emotionally, however many times you want. But let me know in the comments below, Scorpio, how things go for you. I do wish you the very best of months. I know it mustn't be that easy sometimes, but I don't see anything here saying you're on the wrong track. Only you can decide whether you're on the wrong track. And if you'd like a reading with me, the link is below. All the description you need is there too. If you'd like to suggest a topic for a pick a card reading, I'm also starting to do them as well. So just let me know. I will speak to you guys very soon. Take the very best of care, my loved ones, and I will speak to you very shortly. Bye.